found that interesting, coming from Oklahoma State, last name Holiday, no relation.
Yes.
Well, you had to look though, didn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
And then we got Pittsburgh last.
I do. I think the dark magic is over. I think
it's over.
I think it's over. I don't think Mike Tomlin can just continually being that team that wins 9 or 10 games and makes it into the playoffs every year. It's done. It's gone.
He's won 17 years in a row.
Yep, it's not happening. The dark magic's done. This year, though, I've got to win 7 games.
Oh, we struggle in all aspects of school.
Yeah.
We had PE down. That's about it.
And lunch.
PE and
I was really good.
That has stayed true to form, hasn't it?
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Benchwarmers Basement Banter. We're going to switch it up. We're going to talk some football.
All right,
Well,
yeah.
baseball, we're moving
we haven't
on.
gotten a
Oh,
chance to
wait.
do the football since the
Hold
draft.
on, we already had an air to start. now we're going to talk football.
You
Here
know,
we go.
actually, I was
Ooh.
making a bet with Alex before
yeah.
that you would not put that on during stream. So,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah, right. First minute. We're going to do this right. And also here, make sure we're doing this completely right. Right here, you see this nice, what do you call it, swag material? This was
Yes.
courtesy of my wife. She went all out. Here, let me get away from the camera. There we go. Yeah, Benchwarmers Basement Banner. Everybody on YouTube,
subscribe,
all that. Yeah, see that? She went above and beyond. She made this, the bobbleheads. She's the best. Allowing me to be able to come on here and do this with you. We have a 6-month-old at home. That's a big sacrifice. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, sweetheart. Love you to death. You're the best. And now we're going to talk her favorite. We're going to talk some football.
Yes.
Here we go. We're going to go, let's go AFC. We're going to, as football's going to be a big part of our program. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to talk some football?
They say baseball's America's pastime, but
Yeah.
football's America's heart.
There you go. And what do you need in football?
Miles and
miles
miles
of
of
heart.
heart.
That's right. Where's Shane Falco at? Yeah, get him in there. Yeah, so what we're going to do as football season goes, we get into football season, we will have a betting show. We're going to every week have a pick'em, like against the spread.
Absolutely.
We'll bring on not just us, but people smarter than us with their picks. And
So literally anyone.
yeah, it doesn't take much. We're here to make y'all look good. That's what we do. But no, we're gonna go ahead. We got a lot of content coming, so bear with us here. We're gonna start it off with the AFC. We're gonna go division by division,
All right.
team by team. We're gonna not just pick the way we think they're gonna finish, but the over/under win-loss total.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna go over or under. That's how that works, right?
Absolutely. Those are the two options.
Yeah, and we gotta give our tech guy a shout out too. He's somewhere over there, Alex. If I'm off on these over/unders, just yell at me, okay? These were off of DraftKings.
Yeah. Maybe the live line changed.
Yeah, exactly. So, but without further ado, we're gonna jump in here and let's go AFC East. Who you got, big dog? Top of the division.
Hey, I got the Jets.
Me too.
J-E-T-S. Jets.
I love it. So we think Aaron is going to be back from his adventure.
I think that
football?
last year that was the best defense in football.
It was.
But no one really got to notice it because they were putting up 6 points a game.
They helped Zach Wilson win games. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So I think that this team, I think they can win 12, 13.
Ooh,
I think this could be
sound
a
like LeBron,
great,
too.
yeah,
Three multiple
not
championships.
10,
12, 13.
not 11. We're
They
talking
might
12.
just go 17-0. Who knows?
I've got this team going 12-5.
I wasn't that gutsy. I was
I-
not.
I got them
didn't.
going
I'm with
12-5.
you though. I had them first in the division. I can't believe it. Oh man.
I
I thought I'd be bold. Look at you
Hey,
go.
I think that they're going to get MVP Aaron Rodgers back.
Really, man.
We're talking about the Aaron Rodgers that came in and tore his Achilles.
Yeah,
was coming
yeah,
right
4
off of
snaps
a
in.
season where he was not quite as good, but the year before that, won MVP. This is not a guy
that's
that's
fair,
that
that's
far
fair.
away
Yeah, that's
from
fair, that's fair.
being great.
So you're saying he's got a chip on his shoulder too? You think that even though you're not worried about him just saying, sorry about your optionals and mini camps and all, I got something important to do. Like, you think he's going to come back locked in?
Hey, I think that I remember after the first game when he got hurt, he sent a message out to Garrett Wilson, who had been wide receiver 1 at that time.
Yeah,
he
still
said,
is.
he's like, Sorry, kid. I thought we were going to do it this year. So I think this year he's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to make it up to my boy Garrett. He's like, I'm going to make it up
I
to
like
him.
Garrett Wilson.
We're-
OSU product.
And I think that he's going to
it.
win 12 games, win that division, and maybe make
Okay.
some noise in the playoffs.
Okay, I had them at 11-6, so I was like, whoa, 12. Well, I'm right behind you there.
Okay.
They've got pieces around him, and what they did this offseason, they went out, they solidified the O-line. They actually got, I think, 2 starters from Baltimore on their line, Morgan Moses, John Simpson, old Tyron Smith. He's still playing ball. They went out, they got your guy, Fashanu, Penn State.
There you go.
Mammoth, huge human being. They went out, and they're going to try to protect Aaron. Like last year, that did not work out well.
Well,
Like, he's
a
40
little bit of a fluke.
Yeah, well, it was, but, that was actually going into the season.
Rodgers isn't
That was
40
the
something
problem.
yet.
Is he not 40?
No, I think he's just like 37.
Stat guy. We'll look at
Stat
that.
guy.
I
How
thought
old's
he
Aaron
was
Rodgers?
41 is what I was thinking.
I could be wrong. He's 40.
But anyway,
He's 40.
ha-ha, win
Okay.
for me. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know my own age.
All right. Actually, look into that. I actually thought there's a bigger gap with you and him, but I guess
Yeah.
not. But yeah, and they've got talent around him, like Garrett Wilson, a stud. Brees Hall, running back. I think he's 2 years now removed from ACL surgery.
One of the fastest guys in the league when he's healthy.
Yeah, he's amazing. He
Yeah.
has elusiveness. They brought in Mike Williams. There's another ACL casualty.
Wow.
If he plays, 10 games, that'd be swell. But he's a deep threat. They've got pieces. They, like I said, they went after. They got it.
This may be the best receiving core that Rodgers has ever had.
Devontae, Lazard. Yeah, it might be.
He's had better number ones. Absolutely.
Well, Garrett Wilson's he's awesome.
There you
We'll
go.
see. He's had Zach Wilson for his career. We'll see if he has a real quarterback. But I'll give it to you. It's up there. There's a lot of talent. They built the roster around him. The defense they returned most of their starters. I'm lock and load. Let's see the Jets finally be good. There we go. I got the Bills too in second. They are at 10.5. Is where they're at in Vegas.
Okay.
I've got them actually sliding in right under that.
All right.
I do. Well, they got rid of Stephon Diggs. That's a negative. They lost Poyer, Hyde on the secondary. This sounds bad, but actually, I think it's a transition period. They've got Josh Allen, so I think 10 wins is possible.
I think that you're giving them a little bit more than I would.
Where are you at with them?
I've got them actually being third in the division.
Okay.
So I've got the Dolphins being 2. I don't have it being as a big difference from where you're at. I still think that
I've got them at 9 wins.
I
so.
think that they will go. I thought you had
Dolphins. No,
Oh,
Dolphins.
I've got those 2 flip flop from what you've got.
Okay.
I've got the Bills going 9-8.
So you have them under as well.
Yes, I've got them taking
yes,
the under
yes.
on their 9.5 total. I've got them going 9-8 and taking third in that division.
Are you consider the receiver core? It's not impressive at all.
No,
I like
no.
Dalton Kincaid at tight end. They drafted kid Keenan Coleman out of FSU, big body. But they lost Diggs. They lost Gabe Davis. That was their big deep threat too.
Well, and they also made the stupid mistake of trading a pick to the Chiefs and letting them pick the receiver.
It's like a bold strategy. You've knocked us out of the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years.
We both need a
You basically
receiver.
beat us. We need a receiver. Let's see who you take. We're gonna make you look stupid. I was like, thank you. As a Chiefs fan, that blew me away. I'm like, okay, if this team consistently beats you, I'm not gonna trade with them. If anything, I'm gonna take them and be like,
Let
hey,
alone when you have the same top need.
you have the same need. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm like, all right, who you want for Patty Mahomes? Because thank you. Well, yeah, we'll trade. Now we'll take him for Josh Allen. There we go.
Got you.
He could use a deep threat. Xavier Worthy, blazing speed. That blew my mind. This is bold strategy, Cotton.
One of the silliest trades that I've seen.
I was thinking dodgeball. Bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah.
Let's see how that pans out for you. But yeah, but they brought in MVS. There you go.
Okay, well,
They get some of that Clifford Franklin.
if he can catch the ball,
in his hands.
he's basically
Who's
Gabe
he
Davis
had
if he
for
can
a
catch it.
quarterback in his career? Josh Allen's gonna bring it out. Wait.
Aaron Rodgers
and Mahomes.
and Mahomes. Yeah, two
yeah.
of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Kudos to him for getting signed by those 2 teams. He can't catch a ball, so I'm not scared there. I think though defensively, it's big losses on paper, but honestly, I think they drafted pretty good. They filled some needs there. I think in a year it's a short-term loss for a long-term game for Buffalo. I don't think the window's closed. As long as Josh Allen is Josh Allen, I think they're going to take a step back this year, and in the future going forward, they'll be back.
I agree.
They'll be back.
I agree.
This last year was their year that beat the Chiefs. They were.
I think that ship sailed. I think they're just getting worse at this point.
The Bills?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think they're going to take a step back this year. Next year, I think
We'll see.
they'll be back.
We'll
so,
see. I think the team's taking a step forward.
but
Our Miami Dolphins.
okay, that I'm gonna disagree.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got the Bills second under 10-7. I've got the Dolphins third at 9-8. Also the under. They had 10.5. Is what I found.
Okay.
You are going.
I'm going with them still hitting the under.
Okay.
I still think they're
Wait.
going to go 10-7. But
Oh,
I think
yeah,
they're going to
yeah,
get
okay,
second
okay.
in that division.
Okay, fair.
I think they're going to go 10-7,
watch
but I
the
do
sombrero.
think they'll take second in that division because the Bills are going to drop to 9-8.
Okay, I can see that. I my thing with the Dolphins, they start off every year so fast.
Mm-hmm.
The speed game, like Mike McDaniel's, he genius, and Tua, like they've got the perfect cast for him with Tyreek, with Waddle. They dropped Jalen Wright out of I think Tennessee's running back they got in college. I might be wrong on that, but they got OBJ too.
Yep.
They have surrounded with all these weapons, but here's where I'm going to get you with it. End of the season, especially postseason, which they might get to your 10
Okay,
wins.
yeah.
I actually could see them being like 10-7. I think these teams coin flip.
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
I do.
They may
But-
start out the season 8-0.
That well, they were close last year and then they
Yeah.
fell off. Like,
Yeah.
You got the line. I don't think is as good as it has been. The defense. They lost Christian Wilkins to the Raiders. That's a big man. Filled
Yeah.
up, run stopping.
Yep.
I mean, they
Who needs
lost-
defense when you're putting up 56?
That's true. Hey, if that works for them, I'll be wrong. I'll
Yeah.
wear it. But yeah, I think they're going to take a step back because defense. I don't think they'll be able to keep going by. And this is another year of people seeing what McDaniels does with their motion, like they were running and stuff.
Yeah. What was it, it was the Broncos. I think the Broncos
Oh,
were
the
still...
boat race?
I think they still thought that the Dolphins were putting on points in their bye week. Like,
Yeah. That definitely carried over. They could have set the NFL record, and they were like, "Mercy, we're not going to kick the field goal."
Yeah.
Look at what we did. So yeah, I think the last team in the division, the Patriots. Is there much to say there?
They're trash. They're trash.
They're trash.
Um,
Don't kill Drake May. That's the whole goal this year.
Quit drafting Alabama quarterbacks.
He was at UNC. Drake May. I
was talking about Mac Jones.
Yeah, Mike Jones. That's right. Maybe they've got over that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. They are 4.5 is their win total. It's pretty dang low.
Yeah.
I'm even going under that. I think it's a 3-14 squad. I really do.
I'm going to give them 4 wins,
Still under.
but I'm still going to the under.
So we agree that they're trash. They're going under, and they're
Yeah.
last place.
I
Yeah.
do like Drake May, though.
I
do
actually,
like Drake May.
we said on our draft preview, think he might have the most upside of any quarterback in this class. Over
Yes.
Williams, over
I think he was the
Daniels.
most underrated
I
quarterback.
do too. I think he's an unfinished product. I think he sits behind Brissett. They brought him in this year. Give him a year. Maybe bring him in halfway through the season. Get his
I think
feet
that you're
wet.
going to have to because Brissett's
Yeah.
going to get booed off the field about Game 5.
Well, and honestly, given who he's throwing the ball to, I can't say.
No, I mean, it's not going to be his fault, but he's going to get booed off the field. It's always the quarterback's fault.
It was quarterback, head coach, gone. So, yeah, basically, the moral of the story is they're terrible. Development year for Drake May. They're going to get a top 5 pick next year. They'll see where they end up going. There's no more Belichick.
Get him a weapon,
Yeah.
see what happens.
Or 2 or 5. Maybe 2.
Yeah.
So, all right, at that point in time, I think we're going to take
That
a
wraps
break
up our
yeah.
AFC East, and we're going to take a break and come back
Thank
with
our
the
sponsors.
North.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, and we are back. We're going to go north. Let's go some AFC North, which, my gosh, this division, to me, might be the most loaded in football. Like, you've got
Absolutely.
4 very credible teams. You really do.
Now we
who-
got to play each other twice.
They do. So that, probably not smart that I have the over on almost every team on here. That's the thing. You look
Someone
at
does have to lose.
That's fair. I'm so optimistic on these. I go into the season looking at these over-unders, and I'm like, yeah, I could see the over here. I could see the over there. Like, I don't
Did you
know.
look to see if this many wins within that division was even possible?
I did not. We've established before, math is not our strong suit. Missed the boat on that one. I got the Ravens at the top. What do you got?
I think the Ravens will also win that division.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that they should have been in the Super Bowl last year, and they...
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm a Chiefs fan, and honestly, the whole second half of that game, I was like, why are you not running the ball? Like, that's the way you can beat the Chiefs. Run the ball. Use your running backs out of the backfield. We were terrible against that.
Yeah.
Look at what Christian McCaffrey did in the Super Bowl. And I think their whole second half, it was like, hey, let's let Lamar drop back, throw it deep. And it worked to Zay Flowers some, but I was like...
Well, and then Zay Flowers,
Fumbled
he fumbled it and then broke his hand. Broke his own hand.
That worked out quite well for us.
Well,
But-
considering the Ravens had another drive and they had to do it without Zay Flowers because he
that-
broke his own hand.
And that's their top one. Yeah. Not the best strategy there is. No, it was not. But yeah, their over/under, their win total is set high. It's 11.5, which is tops NFL. Them and the Chiefs are the same. I've got them under at 11-6. Where are you at?
I also took them under only for
Okay.
the fact that 11.5 is such a high win total.
It's high.
I've got them win. I could see them win 10. I could see them win 11.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be right there, but I just don't think that they'll pull out 12 wins.
I think they took a step back from last year. And the big reason for this is like, okay, Derrick Henry's on the team now. If he was on that team last year, in that setup, they were going to the Super Bowl. But their line is different. They have 3 different starters going into the season. And I'm not saying, like, if you grade it out, look at the guys they've replaced them with, it's not a huge drop-off, but the continuity. Like, I feel like O-line in football, like, it's something that you can't just take names, you can't take their numbers, analytics, throw them together and expect it to work.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it following Kansas City. Like, they've plugged and played guys. And it takes a while to get that. It's just a certain bond they have. I think that's going to hurt. They also lost their D coordinator. They promoted internally. So, maybe there's not a drop-off there. But once again, it's so hard to bring the same thing. They lost Patrick Queen, Javon Clowney. They lost some pieces defensively. Darby, that was the other guy they lost, cornerback. Like, it's not like you look at these losses like, oh, they're going to be garbage. Like, they've still got Lamar.
Yeah.
They've got another year with Zay Flowers learning. They lost OBJ too. But it's not OBJ.
My thing that I like is that they have always habitually had just these lightning fast running backs that are susceptible to injury.
J.K. Dobbins?
You know what they grabbed? A tank of a running back that's been probably one of the healthiest men throughout his career.
True, but he's 30. He's the running back at 30. And I know he's a freak.
How did he look at 29?
I'll give you that. Well, he did get hurt at a point last
He
year.
did.
I'll give you that. He's actually, the last 2 years, he's had pretty big injuries.
Yeah.
Now, granted, to your point, Derrick Henry is like, I don't know if he's human. I really don't.
Nah.
But still, like, if he does show some signs of wear and tear, like, they don't have Dobbins, they don't have Edwards anymore, like, we'll see. I just think that, and 2, that's a big win total. They're still a very good team. They're still a Super Bowl
We can pull
contender.
up that guy. Who was the Battlehawks running back?
Oh, man. That guy. Get us that. Yeah. We'll come back with that. And they fine, guys. I was trying to think of that little running back they had last year that exploded out of nowhere for like 3-4 weeks and then tore his ACL too. He was a late round pick, but we'll get back to that. To keep it moving, I'm going under. You're going under, but we still have them first. Who you got second?
I didn't know who to pick here. I
agree.
I had 2 people with the same record. I actually had 2 people getting 9 wins. 9 wins. I think there's only going to be one 10-game winner in that division.
Dude, this division, I could see it.
I am going to have 2 teams with 9 wins, and I'm going to have them tied, being the Bengals and the Browns.
Okay. I've got the Browns second, the Bengals third. I had the Browns winning 10 games. They're 8.5 is where they're at. I had them hitting the over.
Absolutely.
I had Bengals on the under. I had them actually. I had them 9-8. I was going back and forth between 9-8 and 10-7.
Okay.
I think they went 9-8 last year without Joe Burrow. So naturally, you're like, oh, Joe Burrow's back. He's one. I know you need to assume health for all quarterbacks. I'm starting to get a little worried about him.
That's a lot of knee injuries.
He's had knee injuries last year. What ended his season? A wrist. Throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Did he get hit?
Hit it on a helmet, right?
No. It was on a throwing motion.
Okay.
Yeah. And he had before that. He started this year off slow. Calf injury, non-contact in training camp.
Well,
I'm not saying that, he's made out of glass, but he might be made out of glass.
He's getting a little glassier every year.
Yeah, he is. I don't fully buy that him back. Like, they've had T. Higgins, the contract dispute. There's a lot of bad mojo, I think, around the team.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, their corner situation is not good. I just think they might get in a lot of shootouts and fall short. I could see me being dead wrong, and them. I like Zach Taylor, their head coach. I could see me dead wrong and them winning 12 games. I could see it.
Yeah, I mean, the offense, when it's clicking, is one of the best in football.
It is. You got Chase, Higgins. I like Chase Brown, the running back out of Illinois, to replace Nixon.
Yep.
They also brought in Zach Moss from Indy.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a two-headed monster. Like I said, there is potential there. The O-line, there's a few improvements to the draft. Still, it's not a strength, I don't think.
Yeah.
So, if they protect Burrow, he's healthy. I'm going to look like an idiot. But I think there's some holes in
I'm
the
right there
roster.
with you. You've got them winning 9 games, and I that's where I had them win. I had them and the Browns both winning 9.
Or did you have 10 for them?
I had them both winning 9.
9. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so you've got them. Cleveland's one. We've got Cincinnati under.
Yes.
Yep. And I've got Cleveland over, which you would too. If you have
Yes.
9 and 8.
Yes.
I have them 10 and 7. What's the key in Cleveland? One guy, I think.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was upset when they lost Flacco because I thought Flacco's was the key that made that playoff run. And
He was.
How do you not
Run
give that
him
guy
off
another
the
job?
rocker. Like,
Man.
well, because they're paying Deshaun Watson a stupid amount of money.
Well, that's
That
just
is
Cleveland
why.
football. When has that ever stopped him before?
Yeah. Quarterback, whatever. Let's just back up the old Brinks truck, give him something. If Deshaun Watson can be a fraction of what he was in Houston, he's half
That was
the player.
3 years ago.
It was. I don't know that he can do it. I don't.
No.
But I'm
I don't think
saying-
he wants to do it. I don't think he wants to play that
You know,
bad.
I think he got paid, and I think he got out of a lot of legal issues.
He's like, I'm just happy to be here, guys.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm paid. You guys, the idiots that are paying me, sure. I question, like you said, his commitment.
I'm not gonna lie. I had him on my fantasy team last year, and
Were you waiting, like,
we
for
were
him to-
looking like about 2 or 3 weeks into this shoulder injury, this phantom shoulder injury.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like I don't think he really even wants to play.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like they said he was cleared, and he was like, "No, it hurts.
I'm good, dog."
Yeah, he doesn't run like in Houston. He was a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah.
He was great. He had a passion to play. I
He's
question
like,
that.
I'm the franchise now.
Yeah, but they do have Squints. They got Jameis to back him up. What do you think about that? Ooh.
Hey, throw some bombs, man.
There you go. Might throw.
He ain't afraid to sling it.
He might throw him for the other team going the wrong way, but you know.
Well, you know.
But they added Jerry Jeudy. Nick Chubb is coming back from a just god awful injury, like his knee turned the wrong way. Ouchie dang it.
Yeah.
That was pretty rough.
Guy almost died in the hospital.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, look at it was one of the nastiest injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at that, guys. It was bad. But I'm not saying he's going to come back and be Nick Chubb, but they signed Devontae Foreman. They've got some running back depth. They have a very good line. Their defense.
Don't they have? Do they still have Ford?
I think so.
Yeah,
they
so,
still have
yeah.
him. He looked pretty good. Jerome Ford.
Yeah, Jerome Ford looked
pretty
great.
good. Yeah, and defensively, like that was their bread and butter. They were very good until C.J. Stroud ripped him a new one in the playoffs. A little rough,
That's kind of what he does.
but he's pretty dang good. He is.
Yep.
Maybe you should have went number 1, Carolina. Just a thought. But yeah, they've got talent. Like the roster, if if Watson is even close to relevant, like I think 10 wins is feasible. Really
Yeah.
do. So, and then we got Pittsburgh last.
I do. I think the dark magic is over.
You think it's over?
I think it's over. I don't think Mike Tomlin can just continually being that team that wins 9 or 10 games and makes it into the playoffs every year. It's done. It's
Really?
gone.
He's won 17 years in a row, I think it is.
Yep, it's not happening. The dark magic's done. This year,
better
though, I've
watch
got
the
him
dark
winning
magic.
7 games.
Oh my gosh,
7.
do you really?
I've got him winning 7.
Ooh,
They're going to go 7 and 10, and the dark magic's
So
done.
you're saying you don't think Russ is going to cook?
No, I think that I don't know who's going to cook for that team because they've got 4 chefs in the kitchen and none of them know how to cook.
Hey, I think here's my bold prediction. That's a pretty good one on your side. Week 5, Justin Fields. It's Fields time, baby. He's got a much better supporting cast here. I'm still a Justin Fields believer.
I'm not.
like his skill set. I can tell. You just said throw whoever in. Oh, bring Kenny Pickett back. Whatever. No one's going to do it. Terry Bradshaw. Think he could do it. No,
They might as well just sign, what's the guy that runs fast for Saints that does quarterback stuff?
Tyson Hill?
Yep, they might as well just throw
him.
him in there too. Just like, is there any guy that's played quarterback once before? Like, we probably want him on our team.
Who's the top guy in the XFL, UFL? Let's bring him. AJ McCarron. There we go. Bring him back. No, I'm actually going to go over by just a narrow margin. I went back and forth. 9 and 8, still last place.
7.
So don't hate me. I could see it. I could.
Losing record, finally.
I think they actually have a decent roster. TJ Watt is a beast. They brought in the Ravens. I'm sorry, drawing a blank here. Patrick Queen. They brought in him linebacker. Like
Yes.
the two of those guys coming off the edge, they might break Joe Burrow. It's a possibility.
Well, you know, they can break people all they want, but they can't score.
They can't score. I do think a lot of this hinges on the quarterback situation. I really do. But if they they won 9 games, I believe it was last year with Kenny Pickett, is all I got to say.
That's fair.
They run
That's
back
fair.
a pretty solid roster, good decor.
And we just picked the Jets to win 11 games
That's fair.
with one of the best defenses.
That's
but
true.
I think we're gonna have a similar situation to a Zach Wilson run Jets team, and it's gonna look.
I wouldn't put that on anybody. I would not. So yeah, all right. So we got them last. We'll see. You're under. I'm over.
Yep.
So
I
we'll
think
tie this up into the show. Or over under.
Well, that's our north. I think it is about time for break.
It is.
Alex is yelling at us.
So we're gonna
let's
go to break. And
commercial.
we'll be back, guys. Thank you.
AFC South now. We're going to our AFC South teams, and what do you think? Who you got on top?
We're gonna start. This division. I feel very good about the top. I'm going Houston Texans. I'm smashing the over too. Sorry,
Love
is that
it.
who you have?
I love it.
Love it.
Love
There we go. Hey, same page for once. There we go. Yeah. This team, okay, a lot of times the team that wins the offseason looks best on paper, doesn't materialize.
Okay.
Goes to crap. I don't think that happens here. I trust their coach, DeMarco Ryans. I thought his name, D'Amico, yeah. San Francisco, he was there, heck of a D coordinator. Last year, look at what he did with this team. Like, no one thought they'd go anywhere. He's a great defensive-minded coach, and he got his quarterback. That is a very good recipe. These guys are taking full advantage of the rookie contract.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is how you draw it out. You get your rookie quarterback, you hit on year one. I didn't see that coming. And now you go crazy. Like, you add,
Okay.
and you keep adding.
When we were talking baseball and we were saying that the Orioles were probably the best team in baseball, we said what? We said that they were last year a year ahead of where they thought they'd be.
Yeah, exactly.
My comparable for the NFL is the Houston Texans.
Spot on.
They were a year ahead of where we thought they'd be last year.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing that says that the train's not just going to keep on rolling and they can improve even more on that.
I agree. Because a lot of times, too, you see big names come into places and they don't really fit.
Yes.
We could be wrong.
Well, I mean, did we expect Nico Collins and Tank Dell
Noah Brown,
both to come
Tank
out
Dell.
guns blazing with the Stroud? Like,
Well,
you had 3 key offensive weapons happen all in 1 year and rock up for that team immediately.
Yep, absolutely. And, I mean, now you got your alpha wide receiver in Diggs. Like, he's your ex-wide receiver. Your big boy. You actually have a running back in Mixon. I'm not a huge Joe Mixon guy, but he solidifies the position here. It'd be nice if he'd just stop running into brick walls.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's very good. Goal line.
They needed the running back.
They did. They had some swing and misses in the draft. You know what he's going to be. He's nothing special, especially at this point in his career, but he's solid. Yeah. That's all they need. Stroud, who was your favorite quarterback last year coming out of the draft?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I couldn't believe Carolina didn't take him. Like, no disrespect to Bryce Young, but he's like my size. Mm-hmm. That's not an NFL quarterback. I would die out there.
Turns out if you have a little bitty guy behind a really bad line.
You read my mind. That's what I started to say. Like, at least you have a little bitty guy, protect him. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We just sacrificed him. So, Stroud came into a much better than thought situation. And it's a good team, top to bottom, offense, defense. Defensively, they added Daniel Hunter, heck of an edge rusher from the Vikings. Like, that was their weakness. I thought defensively last year was rushing the passer. They've got him with Will Anderson. Like, they have a very good D-core. I don't really see weakness on this team.
Okay.
I feel very good about the over.
Their over is at 9.5 wins. You obviously have the over. How many wins do you have them actually getting?
I went 11. I went 11-6. I thought 12. I'm like, let's not be too crazy.
I'm going 12-5.
Okay.
And honestly,
I played it
they could be
conservative.
the best team in the AFC.
AFC's freaking loaded. Yeah, there's an argument for it.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. There really is. As a Chiefs fan, when I saw that they got Stephon Diggs, I was like, oh, poo.
This team is already dangerous.
Yeah, like, they mean business now. Like, like I said, they don't really have
They saw blood in the water.
They did, and that's what you do. Like, that's great. I loved it. They went for it. They saw there's not these stud receivers like that. They're not available often. No. They got him.
Not at those price tags, anyhow.
Yeah, and I'm going for it. The rest of the division, though, he got number 2.
I went back and forth with this for a little while.
I did too.
I was going back and forth between Indy and Jacksonville.
And Jacksonville, yeah.
So I ended up going Jacksonville. I think that Sunshine's gonna kind of take.
There we go.
He's gonna take that step forward.
The long hair's gonna flow.
We thought that he did.
Yeah.
I've got them at 10 wins, so I'm taking their over.
Okay.
I've got them at 10 wins. Granted, the deciding factor on all of this was I thought the Colts would be at 9 wins.
Okay.
The reason I gave the Jags the edge, they didn't keep Uncle Rico. You get rid of Uncle Rico, you lose wins.
Even if he doesn't start, that Uncle Rico presence, mentorship, that he
Yep.
can throw the ball over the mountains better than Joe Montana.
Yep.
That right there, picture of the edge.
Over them their mountains.
Man, I love your logic. It's flawless. Like, you don't get analysis like this elsewhere.
I mean, that stash was at least worth 2 wins.
Well, I'm going to have to adjust when we get to Vegas, my win total for them after that. But I actually differ. I had the Colts. I had them in second. I had them at 9 wins. I went 9-8 for them. Stayed conservative, but had them going over. I'm banking on Anthony Richardson being the real deal. Staying healthy. Their coach. I like what Shane Steichen did when he was in Philly with Jalen Hurts. Richardson's actually a bigger body.
My thing is that since he didn't really get to play, we're still going to see rookie Anthony Richardson.
I could see that. I could see, yeah, you're right. I mean, he did, but you're forgetting he had the mentorship of Uncle Rico. That counts as a season.
Yeah.
And
Uncle Rico ain't mentoring nothing.
But even
Uncle
if he
Rico's
goes down,
crazy.
That's fair. That's fair. But hey,
Uncle Rico probably choreographed that injury.
Just say he leads by example. You see what Rico does, you do. No, being serious. So look at who their backup is now, Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm like, okay. I was like, man, his health concerns were like, even if he goes down, Flacco with weapons, Pittman, Adonai Mitchell, stud out of Texas. They got in the second round.
The better
Big body
Texas receiver.
Oh, that. Ooh, I can't argue with that. I like Worthy as a Chiefs fan. Mitchell is a complete package. Red zone threat, too. He's big body. They've got weapons for him. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, back healthy, full season at running back. The Colts didn't go out and make any splashy moves, but they retained. They didn't lose.
Yeah.
And if you get that step up with Richardson, I mean, gosh, they were actually a failed screen pass away from possibly beating the Texans.
That's fair.
And being
That's
in the
fair.
playoffs instead of Houston. They
well,
were that close.
They did get rid of their 3 yards in a cloud of dust, Zach Moss.
Well, that's true, but I'm banking on a full year of Jonathan Taylor. That
I would never bank on that.
Well, we'll see. I'm banking on Anthony Richardson.
They did pay him already, so
yeah, they paid him. They paid him, so he might as well freaking play.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll see. JT's back healthy. I think this could be a dangerous team.
Okay.
And the Jags, Sunshine, you nailed it. And I was like, well, they lost Calvin Ridley. I was thinking about his weapons. I forgot they drafted Brian Mitchell, who all around is a great receiver out of LSU. He's got talent. Christian Kirk. Maybe Kirk and Ridley were two similar receivers last year to mesh.
Yeah.
There is comparisons in their game. They went out, they got old Gabe Deep Ball. He's good for, 1 or 2 big games, a couple big plays. That's about it. But, hey, with these solid options,
hey, if you got a guy who can run a streak right and get you that TD,
yeah, that's right.
That's what he is. He's a TD monster.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to say that it feels like 20% of his catches in his career go
If
for
MVS
touchdowns.
could catch the ball, there you go. There you go.
Yep.
But Gabe Davis does. I mean, I remember that playoff game against Kansas City. What was that, 3 years ago, I think it was, when he just went bananas. Had like 4 tutties, 200 and some yards. It's like, wow, he broke out. No, guess not. He was
next week.
No,
3
that's what he
catches,
can
12
do,
yards.
but you come back to reality. Yeah, exactly. He disappeared. But enough of him. He's still, I thought they overpaid him, but still, I mean, they've got weapons for days for Sunshine. I'm never going to call him Lawrence again. It's Sunshine. I love it.
Sunshine.
That's good old,
Sunshine.
yeah. And they really defensively, like, they're nothing special, but they're solid. Like, if they just can get the next step out of Lawrence. And there's a rumor that Doug Peterson is going to come back calling the plays. Like, I thought he was a great coach in Philly. The Philly special, dialed it up. I don't have any qualms with him as a head coach. I mean, there's the argument there. I get where you're at. I do. I've got him under 8 wins, 8 and 9. I don't feel good about it. I don't.
I mean, we didn't. I think I had him for 10. I had him for 10 wins.
We're in the same ballpark.
Yeah, it's similar, but I just think that the upside's there more than it's not.
I get that. So I think we're in agreement then in the 4-hole, bottom of the division. We got them Titans?
Titans, yeah.
We do. Will Levis might make us look stupid. Like, I'm not ruling that out.
He's not a bad quarterback.
He's not.
I don't really have anything negative to say about Will Levis.
No.
What I do have negative to say is that every time they get a talented weapon for their quarterback, they trade it away.
That's true. Well, I don't think they're going to – oh, they got D-Hop now. I don't think they're going to be able to trade away Ridley because, well, they signed him. They gave him a crap ton of money.
They did.
I hope he doesn't go to FanDuel or DraftKings and spend it now. But,
that's fair.
Sorry. Unnecessary shot. My bad.
Well, they also added Tyler Boyd out of Cincinnati.
Yep.
So I think that's actually a pretty solid ad.
Very solid. Tony
Yeah.
Pollard, they brought him in to replace King Henry. Not nearly the same back. He's actually out of the backfield probably better. Fair to say.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got solid weapons for him if they can protect him. They've had one of the worst O-lines the last 2 years.
I want to bring this up since you brought up Tony Pollard here.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard has just become what he has hated his entire career. He's always been riding on the coattails of Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke, yeah.
So
And
now,
it's him.
guess who just took Tajay Sharp's job?
He's got a. I do like Sharp. You're right. You're right.
Okay, so now he's the
became
veteran
what he
running.
hated.
He's the veteran running back, taking the legs away from a fast,
You know what?
young, energetic running back.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he's not going to be the better running back there. I think Sharp is.
Absolutely.
I do. That kid
100%
is
agree.
super explosive after the catch. Out of Tulane, the green wave. Give him some love.
Yes.
I love it.
My boys, we took the quarterback out of Tulane, I believe.
I think you're right. With
Yes.
like the last round.
Yep.
Yeah. And last one I want to mention, they got Snead. They got my boy from
Yeah.
KC. They do. He's one of the most underrated corners. Well, I guess he's not now because he got paid.
Yeah.
But before last year, he should have been in the Pro Bowl. I think he was a snub last year. He's great. He's shut down. You see how he played against Tyreek. I think Tyreek's still feeling that slam to the ground in the playoffs. That's how you manhandle him. Yeah, I mean, this team has talent.
I've got him going over on the 6.5, but just barely.
I have
I've got him going
7
7.
and 10.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
There we go. Yeah, I think so. And honestly, this division, like 2 through 4, we'll see. It could
Yeah,
be
that's
flipped.
pretty interchangeable.
It is. But, we got to have someone in last. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that wraps up the South, and we got one more. We're going to go
Yep,
west.
we're going to go
Come
west
back.
next, and
That's right.
we're going to go to break.
Yep.
Briscoe.
I like it.
And we are back. AFC West time.
AFC West.
All right, we're going west, young man.
Hey.
I got to start this off right here.
Yes.
I had to put the square back
I've
out.
got to let you have this one. These
Full
are your
disclaimer,
guys.
yeah, I took it off because it's like I'm hearing, it's like rabbit ears with this thing on, but we got to bring it back for this commit.
Okay.
Chiefs 17-0. All right, end of show. There we go. That's all we got to say.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, shoot. No, I'm kidding.
So, in all reality, their over-under is 11.5.
It is 11.5, and I'm smashing that over. Not a Houston Texans smash the over.
Tapping that over.
Very gently. And it's not because of ability. It's because I don't know that they're going to even try to get it. I really don't. Talent-wise, like the Chiefs last year, I mean, look at it. They won 11 games last year.
Uh-huh.
I thought crappy. And I don't mean to sound entitled.
It was the most pathetic 11-win season I've
Yes,
seen.
it was. Yes, there you go. It really was.
And
It
that's
was
why
a
I've got the under on them.
well, the reason for the under here is that are they going to get pushed in this division too? Like last year, they went through that lull, and it's like, okay, we still have a 3-game lead.
I think
They
that they
weren't
have
pushed,
a tendency of letting a few games get away.
They played down to their competition. And
Yes,
there was a
so
lot. No offense, but the Green Bay loss was like, really, guys? Really?
Whoa. We were a playoff team.
I'm sorry. Was that a shot fired?
We were a playoff team.
You were, and you're on the rise.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Plus,
nice.
Jordan Love was throwing dimes that game.
Dude, he was throwing crap up. I'm like, how? How is
Dimes.
this working? But dimes.
Felt like you were facing Rodgers again, didn't you?
He was very good. I'll give him that. He was very good. But no, I don't know. Like they have, I think, actually offensively, I think they're going to have a better year than last year. I really do.
I still see
Especially-
3 fast guys that can't catch the ball.
There's breaking news. I just saw that Mahomes spent $5 million to get Rashee Rice a designated driver. So we're good. He's coming back. Goodell waved it.
This just in?
Breaking news. Oh my gosh! I mean, I'm bracing for him to be gone for about the whole season. Idiot.
Yeah.
But they brought in Brown. Xavier Worthy. Is he the best Texas receiver drafted? Whatever. He still is a speed demon. I trust how they'll use him.
I wish
Kelsey-
right now that we had a clip loaded of him dropping footballs in training camp.
It's training camp.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's Allen Iverson. This is practice. This is not a
Would
game.
you be giving Kadarius the benefit of the doubt?
No, I hope he's cut. I don't know why he's not cut yet. No, be done with him. That's enough of that. A little more hope for Kadarius, or for gosh dang it, for Worthy. But yeah, I mean they have the talent. Pacheco's a beast. Like they brought Hilaire back. Like they offensively, I like the tight end too. We drafted. I don't know Kelsey. I think his best days are behind.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there come playoff time.
Well, I mean, Pacheco runs like he's mad at the ground.
He does. He's mad
Yeah.
at everything.
Yeah.
He's just this very angry bulldozer. It's great. I love the guy. But I really think Hollywood could have a big year. I mean, he could get paid. think their O-line, they through the draft, helped it a little bit. They lost Snead. That's big on the defensive side of things. They lost MVS. Whoop-de-doo.
Well,
Yeah, and my thing is losing Snead. He's a great player. I don't mean to, disregard the loss. But Steve Spagnuolo is, I think, the best defensive coordinator in the NFL. He coaches these guys up. Snead was a 4th-round pick. He will get the most out of these guys. They took a couple guys, flyers on him later in the draft. I believe in his ability to get them up to snuff.
It's not that I don't think I've got to win the division as well.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to be fine. I think that they're going to probably be a team that wins 9 games, 10 games.
Yeah.
Probably more so 10 than 9. But I just don't think that they care enough about the regular season to win the over on 11.5.
That's my caveat. Is will they have will they have to? If they get a big lead, like the best thing could happen for the over is if LA.
I think if they're sitting at 8-0 and then they see that the division's back there, the next team has 5 wins, they're probably like, maybe we pump the brakes a bit.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. But that's where I'm at on it. I'm gonna go over partially because of a homer, but also I think offensively they're gonna take a step up from last year. So after that. You have LA second, or did I jump the gun on that?
Ooh. Yes, I do. I do have
Okay.
them going second because I think that they're the safe choice.
Very good about that.
I think they're the safe choice because they've got.
We got Harbaugh, man.
Yeah.
We got Jimmy Ballgame back. Yeah.
I think that they'll be okay. I think that they're going to hit the under.
Okay. It's 8.5.
I think they're going to be under on that.
Okay.
I think they're going to win 8 games.
Okay.
I think they're going to go 8-9. But I still think they'll be second in that division.
It's so disrespectful. I had them 9-8. What are you doing? I had them barely on the over. There is a talent issue on this roster, specifically at the wide receiver position. Like
skill issue.
Yeah, a little bit. Someone's got to catch the ball when Herbert throws it.
Well, there is that thing called Keenan Allen. If no, never mind. There's Mike Williams. No, he's not there either. At least they drafted a guy, right?
Yeah, they actually did. Conklin out of Georgia.
Yeah.
You watch it. Honestly, his skill set I think is similar to Keenan Allen. He's looked good.
Is he as big as Keenan Allen?
Not quite.
Okay.
He's
that's
a slot
part
receiver
of his
guy.
skill set.
Slot receiver guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Slot receiver, middle of the field. He's a dog. Like
Wait, you just compared him to Keenan Allen and called him a slot guy.
Yeah, Keenan Allen was more of a slot guy. Mike Williams is a big.
That's fair. He was the outside. I guess when you got Mike Williams on the side, Keenan Allen does.
Yeah, primarily Keenan Allen worked underneath. Actually, like you look at it.
Yeah, if he'd stopped tearing his knee.
Well, yeah, that didn't help, but not at all. That hurts a lot of receivers. I think. No, he was. I think he was a over 100 catch guy a lot of times, like 1,000 and some yards. Like he was a possession receiver, sort of.
Yes.
Through the chains. I mean, they even lost Gerald Everett, tight end. Like they don't have a lot. Who all did they bring in? DJ Chark. There was another one.
Yeah.
They actually brought in the Baltimore Ravens backfield from last year. They've got Dobbins. They've got Gus Bus. Because
those guys are healthy.
Well, it went from one Harbaugh to another. That's kind of fun.
I think Dobbins has a total of 4 games under his belt in 2 years.
I think he might have more ACL surgeries than touchdowns. I think that's a possibility. But he's no longer the feature role. They beefed up the O-line. They brought in Joe Alt. I'm banking on the over on a lot of Harbaugh, getting the most out of these guys. Defensively, they still have a solid team. And Brandon Staley not wrecking him. I think that's a win by getting rid of the old ball coach that had all these harebrained, it's 4th and 2 on our 29. Let's go for it. Analytics say we can make it.
Well, you can't.
No, you can't. You just gave away a touchdown. Good job. So,
I'm 2-3.
Vegas. I got Vegas 3.
Okay.
Oh, dude, Denver for me is I don't even know if they're
dumpster fire.
I think they might be XFL worthy, possibly. That's a rip. Sean Payton is a good coach, but he's gonna have his hands tied this year.
I'm saying I saw this when the XFL was coming back.
Yeah.
Is that we take the best team from the XFL and the worst team from the NFL. They have a game to play each other. Winner stays in the league.
This sounds like semi-pro stuff. I
don't know if the Broncos could beat the Battlehawks.
We laugh. I watched the Battlehawks games.
They could.
They could. Yeah. Now that Memphis team, or I think it's Memphis. Yeah, the Steamboats, whatever they are. Yeah, they might. We joke about it, but in all actuality, there's like 5 players in the XFL that could make the NFL. Like,
Yeah, well,
it's like college. Like, Bama could go out and beat Carolina or
they
something
could.
like that.
No, they could. They'd probably get crushed by most of the XFL teams.
Yes, they probably would. So, but to make your point, Denver's terrible. Like, the only thing I can say positive for them is they got rid of Russell Wilson. So
They added Zach Wilson.
They from one Wilson to another.
Wrong Wilson. They both suck, but we're here.
Yeah.
I am
Well,
excited
hide
to
the
see Bo
moms.
Nix play.
I am too, and they said that Sean Payton wanted him, said Drew Brees-like characteristics. So, we'll see, but who's he going to throw to? Like, they are very short. They traded Jerry Jeudy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are really short on weapons there. It's a rebuild for sure, which we're skipping ahead. I've got them 4th.
Yes, we still got to skip back and go to our Raiders.
Yeah, to the Raiders, 6.5 is the line. I went over.
I did too.
Yeah, I like
did too.
Antonio Pierce, but I think last year they were so excited to get Josh McDaniels out the door that they overachieved big time in the second half.
Yeah.
They did. And not to diss Uncle Rico. I feel bad saying it.
But we got to go Farva.
We got
We got to go Farva.
you burger punk, watch it. I like it. Uncle Rico, Aiden O'Connell's your quarterbacks. I have
Flip
a
the
feeling
coin.
mid-season Devontae's ready to get traded again. Devontae Adams out of town. They don't have Josh Jacobs for the run game anymore. They brought in Alexander Madison from Minnesota. We've seen that. Not real impressive.
No.
Their big addition, they did bring in Christian Wilkins, D-tackle out of Miami. Him and Crosby, that's formidable on the D-line.
Yeah.
But defensively, their secondary's weak. They're weaker on the back end, linebacking core. I just don't see it. With all due respect to Uncle Rico, I don't see it. I mean,
no. And honestly, I don't even know if Uncle Rico's got that job.
I don't either.
I am too. I love Uncle
Vote for
Rico.
Pedro.
He can throw the ball over them their mountains.
He can.
But Aiden O'Connell didn't look that bad last year.
He didn't. I don't think either one's a difference maker. This roster needs a difference maker, a quarterback.
Yeah.
Devontae, who they got? Jacoby Myers too there. They drafted Brock Bowers out of Georgia.
Yes.
So there are some
I don't
weapons.
think that Brock's probably going to be. Most tight ends aren't receiving threats their rookie season.
He might be the exception though.
Yes. I thought Noah Fant would be the exception.
That's fair. Yeah, you're right. There are a lot of examples of them falling short.
Yes.
So, I as much as I am rooting for, I do like what the coach brings to the table. I just don't see it. I've got him going over, but still in 3rd place, 7-10. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I had them actually 7-10 or
Okay.
8-9, either one. I thought they'd be right there in that neighborhood. Maybe they surprise me because I think that they've got some.
Well, if they can knock LA around,
it all comes back to quarterback play. If they can get solid quarterback play, because last year Uncle Rico looked solid.
He was a Pro Bowler.
He looked
which was
great.
kind of by default because a lot of guys were hurt and didn't want to play.
Pro Bowl's
but
kind of
still
a
he made
joke.
it is, but hey, he was still there.
Yeah.
Take that, Joe Montana. And then Denver, like I said, they're 5.5's their win total. I'm even going under that.
Yeah.
I've got them at 4-13 maybe. They're, I think, top 5 NFL draft. I don't see Sean Payton working his magic.
I don't know if I've got them as bad as 4-13, maybe 5-13, but either way, I don't know.
Yeah,
That under's written.
It's still under, yeah. So not much to see there. Chiefs division for the taking.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
but I think that's going to wrap up this segment.
We're gonna take a break and come back with kind of a recap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We're gonna
thank
do
our
some
sponsors.
Math. We're gonna do some math and then thank our sponsors. It's scary. All right, and we're back. We're going to give you guys a real quick recap, and we're going to start in the AFC East. We both had the Jets.
Yep.
With the Jets.
Absolutely.
Winning it, hitting the over. Go
Best
AA,
defense in
Ron.
football.
There
Sticking
you go.
with it.
With a quarterback, maybe. We'll see. And then we had the Bills and Dolphins swapped, but still 2-3, and then the Pats in the rear. So then we will move on to the North.
Well, the North, I think we both had. I lost it.
We had the Baltimore.
Yeah,
we had the
Baltimore.
Ravens. Yeah, we agreed on that. We think they're in that 11-win, 12-win ballpark.
Yes. And then interchangeable with the
Yeah.
Browns or Bengals. It can go either way.
Basically
and then
is.
bottom feeder Steelers, that dark magic is dead.
You heard it here. Hey, I'm a Cleveland believer too. Them Browns, they're going to be up there. 10 wins, baby. In the South, we've definitely unanimously agreed on this one. Houston Texans, all the way. Smash that over, guys. That's the one bit of betting advice. Hit the over on that.
A little bit of controversy on who was between the
Indy and
Colts and
Jacksonville.
Jags.
Flip a coin. I went Indy, you went Jacksonville.
I think we agree that the Titans are the bottom feeders of that division.
They are on the rise, though.
Yes.
We'll say that. All right, and the West, I mean, where's that? Right here. Come on, no-brainer. We got the Chiefs.
I agree. That
I just jinxed them.
I still think it's by default because that division's so weak outside of them.
We'll take it.
But
it's a win. But yeah, Chiefs are the class. After that, we had Chargers. Raiders, Broncos last.
Yes, exactly.
Different opinion on how good the Chargers will be, but still not running with the Chiefs. So
Exactly.
That's
none of them are even comparable to the Chiefs.
No, they're head and shoulders above. We'll just see when the playoffs come around. So. We will, with that being said, we will in the future have a playoff. We're going to do, coming up, our playoff picks.
Yes.
We'll do NFC first.
Absolutely. And at one of these point in times, like when we get more into the football season, we're probably going to be starting doing some spread picks throughout the season.
Absolutely, yeah.
Check out our YouTube. We're going to be doing a lot of that stuff. Not all of it will be on TV for us. We're going to be doing some shorter stuff that we can't put on TV because we have an hour-long episode to fill.
Trust us, we can talk too.
We can talk. So check us out. We're Benchwarmers Basement Banter, the same name on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and there will be some content that necessarily will not necessarily be on TV.
Yep. So that's our intro to NFL. We'll have more for you following weeks, and thank you.
We'll be back with the NFC.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.